Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this week's weekly description video. So what we're going to be doing is looking at Module 6 and then doing a sneak peek of Module 7, because Module 6 and Module 7 go together. You'll see how this kind of builds upon itself as I go through this. So this week we're focusing on Module 6, which is the personal presentation outline. So let me give you a little bit of background on the presentation, and then we'll go to the outline. So the personal presentation is going to be a presentation about yourself. It's a 2 to 3 minute video presentation where you're going to talk about something personal to yourself. So I gave some examples in the explanation here that I'll click on right here. I gave some examples here. Maybe you want to talk about a hobby that you have or a job that you have. You want to talk about your kids. You want to talk about your family. You want to talk about a vacation that you went on. Something that's just personal to you that will let your peers get to know you a little bit better. So for example, the example that I use here and in the outline is fostering dogs. So I'm going to talk about how I foster dogs and how I've learned from that and how I was inspired to do it and that sort of thing. So essentially, your personal presentation is a 2 to 3 minute presentation where you're going to talk about yourself, and you can focus on whatever area of your life that you choose to focus on. So this presentation is going to be submitted as a video, as I have here, and then there's two different options to create this video. So one is going to be you can create a narrated slideshow, like you can create a PowerPoint presentation or Google Slides presentation, and then you're going to narrate over that and export it as a video. The other option number 2, is to create a video where you are in front of the camera talking to the audience, who are your peers, and myself, talking to the audience for 2 to 3 minutes where it's just a video of yourself. If you do create a video of yourself, you can add in images if you would like. If you want to edit that video later, add in images, background music, whatever you would like to do. That's totally up to you, depending upon your skill level with video editing and that sort of thing. So whichever avenue that you would like to go down, they're totally fine. Just making sure that you are creating a video for this presentation and not submitting it as a PowerPoint file or Google Slides file, that sort of thing. It needs to be submitted as a video file. I will provide an additional playlist that will give you some tutorials that you can view in order to maybe brush up on your editing skills a little bit more, figure out how to add audio to a PowerPoint presentation, and those sorts of things. So that will be coming into the module shortly. But as I go back, so that's an explanation of the presentation. Now this week, the only thing that is due this week is the outline of your presentation. So we'll click on that one right there. I give kind of the same explanation of what the video is supposed to be, and then scrolling down here, this is the outline. So it's a very basic format. What's going to be in the beginning, middle, and end of the video that you're going to be providing. And down here, I provided a short little example of that, of how I'm going to talk about fostering, how I'm fostering dogs and how I do that and that sort of thing. And then I put a little note here. Keep in mind that the video is not due until week 7, but this week we're going to be focusing on the outline. So just kind of keep that in mind. And this is just a text entry, so you don't have to upload a file with your outline. You're just going to type into the text box that appears when you go in to submit this presentation outline. And then, like I mentioned before, so this week in week 6, we're going to be outlining our presentations, and then next week in week 7, down here, as you can see, in week 7, we're going to be submitting our videos to the discussion board. So the same that we did a little bit earlier in the semester, where you submitted your initial post by Wednesday and then did your peer replies by Sunday, that's going to hold true for week 7 as well. But for your initial post, you're going to be posting your video, you're going to be watching other students' videos, and then you're going to be giving replies by the end of the week on next Sunday. So just kind of an overview. This week for week 6, your outline is due. Next week for week 7, we're going to be posting the actual videos. So videos are not due yet. They're going to be due next week in week 7. Okay. So as always, if you have any questions, please let me know and I'd be happy to help you out.